In this fast-changing world, the ability for your business to adapt and pivot into new opportunities drives growth and success. That means you need to develop smart applications fast to not only solve current business problems, but to get ahead of what's next. I'm Greg Aldana, Global Area Vice President of Creator Workflows Solution Consulting at ServiceNow. Today, I'm going to take you through what we see as the biggest application and automation trends today, as well as what we are predicting are the largest challenges and opportunities that will define success in 2022 and beyond. It seems like every year that passes is unprecedented in one way or another. In 2021, ServiceNow worked with thousands of customers to transform how they built intelligent apps, developing greater efficiency and speed and effectiveness using a single platform. Last year, we saw two core themes emerge. One is talent shortage. There simply aren't enough developers on the planet to meet the need for all of the applications that need to be built. This produced a large backlog for companies of business-critical apps waiting to be built. These apps range from simple day-to-day business automation to the most innovative and game-changing process improvement solutions. As a result, app developers were more selective about the type of projects they wanted to work on. They want to be inspired in the work that they do. They want roles that will let them be innovative from day one, not just jobs where they need to dig themselves out of a never-ending backlog of simple automation apps. The second theme we saw emerge was around app sprawl, shadow IT, and the accumulation of technical debt. Many companies simply took an ad hoc approach to going digital versus a more proactive strategic approach. With this sudden pivot to digitization and automation, companies added more technology and more organizational debt in the process. This resulted in growing inefficiencies and an ever-increasing, unmanageable custom app environment. In the end, this raised the total cost of ownership of digital transformation. So, what does the future hold? Well, first of all, we expect to see top-level rationalization for all low-code and automation adoption in organizations. We see companies taking this on with the goal of accelerating their digitization while more efficiently managing their total cost of ownership. This will be driven by three core trends in 2022. The first is around the empowerment of both professional and citizen developers. There will be continued strain on highly skilled software developers. All companies and organizations will want to help their existing developers in IT and their integration partners become even more productive, while at the same time expanding the pool of developers by empowering line of business citizen developers to build great apps as well. Low-code adoption will accelerate this dramatically. Given the unprecedented need for automation, low-code technologies will help companies spread this ever-increasing demand for app development across their organizations. The second core trend we see emerging this year will be the shifting and the evolving role of IT from being the sole delivery arm of tech projects, or the bottleneck, to now emerging as a technology enabler of the rest of the organization. IT will be tasked with making every business unit in their company digital innovators. That means selecting the right low-code and automation technologies to seamlessly delegate projects to lines of business citizen developers while providing the necessary governance and guardrails that help companies manage and enforce standards across these efforts. Nobody wants to repeat the app sprawl mistakes of the past, and more efficient low-code governance platforms like ServiceNow will enable IT to address this without slowing down the innovation throughout their organization. The third core trend we see unfolding in 2022 will be the adoption of automation as a much more strategic priority for all companies. We will see this elevated as a top initiative in every C-suite. Presently, there are just too many technology choices in the market as capital investment has flooded the amount of companies offering point tools in the automation space. Approaching automation projects in an ad hoc manner, purchasing point tools as you go, will no longer achieve the economy of scale needed in today's competitive environment. Instead, C-level executives will demand the standardization of a strategic platform approach to automation. Now, let's explore how these trends impact specific roles in your organization. You can choose to either go through each of these roles chronologically or jump right to the business title most closely aligned with your own by clicking on the window. As the VP of App Development, maintaining apps and responding to critical events is already a large task. Add in a few months or even years of app backlogs, and you're stuck with a heap of problems, piled up update requests, glitchy apps, and limited resources to help the business achieve its strategic priorities. You're hearing a lot about low code, but alone, it's not the answer. Low code needs to be teamed with rigorous governance and guardrails to alleviate the load on your team's shoulders, but also giving you the peace of mind that the right apps will be built by the right people, and this won't introduce problems once these apps go into production. It takes time to set up the citizen developer process and configure guardrails and align with your company's app dev standards. But you can do it all with a turnkey governance framework across your entire low-code development cycle. The impact is startling. Existing developers can build faster on mission-critical projects, while your app dev talent pool expands dramatically with the introduction and the empowerment of all of these new citizen developers. As a CIO, over the last few years, your success has depended upon your ability to react and respond to your organization's strategic pivots. Now is the time to go from reactive to proactive and adopt a strategic approach to the technology that is the foundation for automating the operations of your entire organization. With the next phase of digital being all about acceleration and efficiency at scale, you must be even more strategic about the technologies, process improvement approaches, and the overall low-code and automation platforms you select to build upon. By creating cross-departmental dashboards and reports, you can truly democratize technology and enable risk-free collaboration, skill sharing amongst the different business units. Convenient, consumer-like app interfaces will help business stakeholders and employees feel much more comfortable adopting a more consolidated, consistent approach to your IT environment. As an enterprise architect, you know low-code platforms are easily accessible. In this case, it's both a blessing and a burden. Not all platforms are capable of oversight during the development lifecycle. To make things even more difficult, non-IT units might build their own tools, bypassing IT completely. The result? Unwieldy app sprawl and a shadow IT system. When app sprawl isn't managed, it can lead to duplicated efforts, inefficient deployments, and growing technical debt. And with compliance issues alone costing organizations approximately $4 million on average, having oversight into your apps and setting up guardrails to prevent these issues is critical. Organizations need to be able to scale at speed, and creating new apps and implementing hyperautomation are keys to this goal. When an organization can't easily scale or implement new systems, its competitiveness declines. Want to increase IT's efficiency and job satisfaction in one fell swoop? There are plenty of ways, but they all boil down to one simple thing: make things easier for them. Automation, citizen developers, and immutable guardrails let top IT talent delegate the simple tasks and focus on what really matters, modernizing the organization for future-ready resilience. And in the process, you'll stay a step ahead of the competition by enabling fast, reliable, and sustainable digital transformation. Because of better low-code standardization and enterprise-wide policies and governance, citizen developers can create apps without, say, making something incompatible or accidentally affecting other apps. Having the right parameters and controls gives you the best of both worlds: empowered citizen developers and a risk-free environment for them to build in. As an app IT leader, you know that for too long, ever-growing IT backlogs and competing priorities have slowed your initiatives. But without the resources you need to address the needs of the business, it's hard to get ahead of just putting out fires. Good developers have never been so important, and the talent pool is smaller than ever. The good news? Citizen developers are becoming more and more common and can help tackle the easy fixes while your top talent works through the complex issues. Traditionally, building apps involved a steep learning curve. They took a long time to build and even longer to learn how to do it in the first place. That's not the case anymore. Low-code, out-of-the-box options and pre-approved templates make it fast and easy for anyone to build an app. Instead of taking days or even weeks to develop an app, it now only takes a few hours. Rolling out a successful citizen developer program helps alleviate much of the growing backlog and enables you to drive digitization on your own. This frees top developers to focus on top priorities while also contributing to the organizational knowledge base, building the framework for the future citizen developers. And with users building apps for their own specific needs, they'll be a much better fit than anything you can buy off the shelf. As a platform owner, delivering new features is essential. But the problem with most technologies, it can cost too much money and take too much time. Even when resources are available, problems tend to just stack up. General purpose integration and automation platforms use too many specialized resources due to industry specific use cases. It's unnecessarily complex, time consuming, and frustrating for everyone involved. Worse still, it might lead the organization to getting behind the curve and losing market share. As the Now platform owner, you know what needs to get done. But sometimes your priorities clash with specialized, scarce integration and automation resources in other COEs. The result? Your priorities and goals get moved to the side, and the Now platform adoption is slowed down. This is particularly true when it comes to projects requiring integration or robotic process automation. Thanks to ServiceNow's extensive partnerships with leading SaaS vendors, you can get quick value from many out-of-the-box integrations. Another key feature of the Now platform is our new robotic process automation capabilities. This gives you the means to automate repetitive tasks between ServiceNow and legacy systems or third-party systems that don't have APIs. In addition, low-code app development on the Now platform enables anyone in your enterprise to solve any problem. Best of all, you can start executing immediately as low-code, integration, and RPA are all native capabilities on the Now platform. Citizen developers, faster and easier innovation, lowered compliance risks, more meaningful work. Despite the challenges the new year brings, the future looks bright. All around the world, organizations are getting ready to work smarter, to empower their employees to be more creative, more independent, and more fulfilled in the work they do. With low code and automation taking root, we believe that now is the time for you to think big and strategically about hyperautomation. A holistic platform approach is vital in driving digital transformation at scale and at a lower total cost of ownership. Going forward, there will certainly be challenges and opportunities we have yet to encounter. We'll be watching this space as always and look forward to sharing our observations with you again soon. Thanks for joining us today and good luck on your digital transformation journey.